Hey, fam, come on in. Come on in, fam. One second. Come on in. I'm ready. How's everybody doing, fam? How y'all doing today? Y'all can hear me pretty good? Audio coming through? Grand risings, fam. Grand risings. Come on in. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm feeling really good today. Sounds good. Thank you, sister. Glad to see you in the place today. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, we're going to get some movement going here in a minute. Good audio. Hey, Dan, good to see you, my little brother. So y'all come on in, fam. Let's give Soul Group a couple minutes to come in. And we're going to get going. We're going to get going. Change up the tunes a little bit. Put on my favorite. I like these flutes also, but something about this music that I got from Master Fong that I really, really love. Hear the birds coming in. Now, that's what I like to hear. I love it. This one is called Spirit Visions, or Zong Gong. I think this one is Spirit Visions. Hey fam, why don't we go ahead and jump in? Let's jump in. Let's start off with a little bit of Lao Tzu back in the beginning. A little bit of Lao Tzu stuff. I went right here. Let's go right here. Before we begin, I'm going to share something real funny with y'all. So here lately, I've been making it my business, right? I've been making it my business to get out into these other groups on Facebook, sticking my head in the door, dropping some videos, comment here and there. Always, you know me, always uplifting and support. That's it. I never say anything derogatory about anybody's videos. Because first of all, it takes a lot of courage to even share your videos. So I'm not going to put you down. That's not my place. But some people hold that space. That's what they're there for. They're there to put you down. But anyway, I could care less if they put me down because I know energy is energy. I'll take it all. I'll take the good and the bad. Doesn't matter to me. But anyway, this guy, I put up the video on inner alchemy training. It's a long video, over 2 hours, I think it is. What we did, we took the flexible strength session and we ran right into the meditation session. And then we went into part of this session as well. So it was a long class. Anyway, if you haven't seen that, check it out because inner alchemy, if you read any of the old the old texts, you know, the old Tai Chi texts, I'm talking about way, way back, they make mention of the alchemy, but they don't give specific details in regards to how to go about training it. Obviously, that wasn't their intention to teach you how to do it, but they made mention of it, right? Well, anyway, a lot of Tai Chi people don't train the inner alchemy, at least not the way that I've been taught. They may train it in a different way, and if they do train it at all, they're pretty damn secretive about it because they never make mention of it. Very few. Traditionally, the inner alchemy training was only shared with what we call inner door students. Inner door being the students who were kind of like cherry picked by the teacher. Like these inner door students are probably people who are going to continue to carry on the tradition. Every student doesn't have that desire to carry on the tradition. Most students don't. You know, most students, they just want a happy, healthy exercise for themselves. And that's good. But some are going to carry it on. And those were generally the ones that the inner alchemy training was taught to. And there may be exceptions, of course. There's always exceptions, right? But anyway, I find a reason now to share that information with everybody. Because I know the way that the information is, the way that it's learned, the way that you have to learn it, most people aren't going to train it enough to actually progress through it because it takes a lot of discipline, family. It's a complete lifestyle change, right? But anyway, I start sharing this information on videos and putting it out. And one guy said, he says, how does Tai Chi attract these kind of people in a derogatory fashion? I guess calling me these kind of people. I never asked what he meant. I don't care. It's none of my business. That's his business. But anyway, he goes on further and he says that he calls me a charlatan. He calls me a charlatan. I don't respond. It just shows me that his lack of knowing in regards to his statement, just calling me a charlatan because I was teaching and not asking for anything in return. You know, just giving the information away. He was saying that that type of information was used by charlatans. Talking about the inner alchemy training, you know, the mind-body training that we do. Kind of blew me away. I'm like, pretty funny. But anyway, you know, I say that to say this. If you're sharing, you're going to get people saying all kinds of things, family. So don't get discouraged. Just use that energy and keep going. Also, don't even respond. I didn't respond. It's not my business. That's his business, right? But I'm just sharing it with you all so that you can learn from what I'm seeing, and you may be seeing some of the same things. So I just wanted to share that. But anyway, let's get going, fam. So, yeah, a charlatan. I'm not sure what the definition of a charlatan is, but I was known for being something that was bad. And I know that I've never hurt anyone with my Tai Chi. Never done anything with ill intention to hurt anybody. I only help people, you know. But anyway, let's go, fam. Let's go. Let's get in. Let's read a little bit of this. A little bit of Lao Tzu. And like, his passages are very short. He says, one of my fears is being attacked by people for sharing my truth. Right. That's all I'm sharing is my truth. And don't be afraid of that, sister. Don't be afraid of that. Share your story anyway, and you will be attacked. Oh yeah, they will attack you. Because everybody's not going to agree with your story. So it's not for them. They're going to attack you. And the more you share, the more you're going to get attacked. But you know what that does? That strengthens your spirit. That strengthens your spirit. And then it prepares you to carry your messages onto bigger and larger platforms. This is all a training ground, fam. Right. So these people now, they're just helping us train, preparing us for something grand, something large, something bigger than we can imagine. Because we know our hearts. We know we're here to help people. And we know we will help a lot of people. We know that. And a lot of people, they don't want to see people help people. A lot of people, they get jealous and envious because they think you're doing more than they're doing. Why are you watching me? Stay in your own lane. I don't go around watching anybody, family. I don't go around watching anybody. I go out and support people. Let me go. Let's go, fam. I'll read a little bit from here. We need to get some movement in. Y'all know I like to talk. Thank you for bearing with me. So this is Lao Tzu's Unknown Teachings, family. Right? Let's dive in here a little bit. If you haven't purchased this resource, you may want to pick it up because it's got some profound knowledge in here. Simple stuff, but very, very sophisticated at the same time. So in other words, it's simple, but not to be overlooked. These things you should actually ponder on very heavily. Let's go. Let's get into it. Here he says, first of all, right out the gate, he says, I teach the integral way of uniting with and mysterious Tao. Right out the gate. So if you spook by that first line, you might as well leave right now. You're in the wrong place. You are in the wrong place. He says, my teachings are simple. If you try to make a religion or science out of them, they will elude you. You get that? If you try to make a religion out of this thing or science, you're going to miss it. Because it's bigger than that. It's the grand ultimate. It's infinite. He says, profound yet plain. They contain the entire truth of the universe, family. How much more powerful can you get? He says, those who wish to know the whole truth, sign me up. He says, those who wish to know the whole truth take joy in doing the work. I'm a light worker, and I'm happy as hell sharing the arts. He says, and the service comes to you. So the service will come to you, family. You don't have to look for it. Keep doing the work. Keep doing what you love. And those who are resonating with what you have going on, they're going to come to you. They're going to come to you. Forget about the other ones. He says, having completed it, they take joy in cleansing and feeding themselves. He says, have cared for others and for themselves, they then turn to the master for instruction. This simple path leads to peace, virtue, and abundance. Now, I want to hone in on something here where he says, where's that? Right here. He says, having cared for others and for themselves, they then turn to the master for instructions. Don't get fooled by the word master, because I'm not your master. I'm my master. The goal is for each of us to master ourselves, not to have a master outside of ourselves. No, it ain't that kind of party. So we have to take responsibility, family. We have to take responsibility. You get what I'm saying? I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. There's no master outside of ourselves. So let's get that straight first of all. Now, having a guide, and to be honest with you, I don't even like to consider myself as being a guide. But having someone that you can go to and share like we are here definitely helps. It helps us not make as many, I don't like to say mistakes. I'll say the learning curve is not as big when we have a little bit of light. Let's go. Let's get in, family. Let's bow in. Let's tell Sifu and the masters and founders and teachers of these arts, thank you. I've already thanked them today. Because I've been training already, but every time we should give thanks. Let's do it. Here's our Tai Chi ready position. The mind is centered on our center of gravity. We bring our thoughts into here, lower dantian, right here. 3 inches below the belly button, family. Put your mind right there. Those thoughts that came with you when you got here, let them go. Any that you picked up while you were here, let them go. Let's dedicate these last 40 minutes to going inside, connecting ourself with the universal self. Self being inside, universal self being anything outside of ourself, any and everything, because we're all one, fam. We're all one. We only disconnect ourselves with our minds. There's no disconnection. That's all an illusion. Settle your mind. Today, family, stand where you are. Stand where you are. Today, I want you to do this today. I want you to really focus on this today. The eyes. Throughout the duration of the practice, I want you to keep going back and making sure that you have the right eyes. Not these big eyes. You got to have the right eyes, family. See, because when you start getting the eyes right, see, now you're training your peripheral vision, right? But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. See, we're training intuitive abilities now, fam. Things that we were born with, the real internal. Like our intuition. See, when those eyes are like this and you're going into your peripheral vision, the peripheral vision exercises your intuition. These are the types of things I'm sharing with you, family. Life-changing things. I want you doing this throughout the duration of your practice. Keep going back, asking yourself, do I have my eyes right? Do I have my eyes right? Whenever you think you may go astray, go back to that. All right? I'm always in the zone, fam. I'm always in the zone. Here we go. Remember that intuition. Settle down your tailbone. Take your crown point up real high. Take your crown point up real high. Allow it to travel. Use your imagination, family. Visualize your crown point extending up into the sky, being one. No disconnection, family. No disconnection. And just settle. Center yourself. We're training right now. We already began. We already began. Is that breath right, fam? Are you breathing from your belly? Only you can check these things, not I. I can't check it. Are you breathing from lower dantian and relaxing your chest? In the nose and out of the nose? Okay then. You're doing what you should be doing now. You're Tai Chi woman now. Tai Chi woman and Tai Chi man. Now, we're ready to take flight. We're ready to take flight. So let's begin with an exhale. Let's begin with an exhale. And as you exhale, your body should start settling down, sinking. And there's a rebounding force at the bottom of that sinking. There's a rebounding force that sends you back up with the inhale. With the inhale on the way up. And your body gets tall now. Your body gets tall now. Elongated now. Stretching the spine up and down. This is the offering of self. This is opening the heart. This is opening the heart. Purifying the heart. Being sincere to self. Being dedicated to practice. No distractions, no distortions. Only here, now. Nothing to think about, nothing to entertain. We're about to take flight. This is the bow. This is the salute. This is the thank you to Sifus and students of past, of present, and of future. This is an exhale all the way down. This is an inhale. In the nose, out of the nose. Tip of the tongue is resting. The tip of your tongue is resting at the roof of your mouth. Place behind the front two teeth, right there. Leave it there. Inhale. Separate the arms and imagine that your body is separating into left and right sides. Two hemispheres separating. Exhale down, all the way down. Travel down through the ground, family. Allow the energy to leave your body, go out the bottom of your feet into the earth, all the way down to the crust, deep as you want to the core. Use your imagination, travel deep down. There's a rebound force, sends you back up. Inhale, on the way up, arms are floating. We go right into upward and downward movement. There's rebounding force. Inhale, pull back. The weight on the bottom of your feet, it should always be in motion. Meaning that as I exhale, I feel the bottom of my feet so softly on the earth, and as I begin to move forward, my weight shifts to the front of my feet. Yes. Out of my toes, and then inhale. Now my weight is going from the toes, moving back to the rear of my foot, coming into my heel. I allow the energy to pass through my entire being. And then I exhale on the way down. The exhale causes my tailbone to go down and my knees begin to slightly bend. Don't overbend your knees, family. Inhale. All the way up. Feel the energy travel through your body, family. Extend here. Extend out to the horizon, out the fingertips, let it travel. Inhale as you begin to roll back, pulling back, following the energy in through your body, joint by joint. Fingertips are pointing up, elbows are pointing downward. You have up and downward energy. Exhale. All the way out. No rush. You should feel each and every part of this intricate movement. Inhale, rising. Exhale, imagine that the energy leaves the tip of your fingers and extends all the way out to the horizon. Through the wall, through your neighbor's house, go as far as you want, family. Just play with it. It's energy, family. Be fun, be playful. Don't set so many limitations, remember? Have fun. Travel. Travel all the way down, through. The more you can imagine, the more you can feel. The more you can imagine, the more you can feel. And I'm not talking about hallucination. Because when you can imagine, you see your body will begin to follow your thoughts in a very different way because you have set no limitations. Last one, inhale up, let the arms rise up. Only to shoulder's height this time now. As you turn your body, focus on your lower dantian. That point that I mentioned earlier, 3 fingers lengths below the belly button. Yeah, focus right there. Now imagine that that point that I just mentioned, that point is turning your body. So the movement is actually being initiated from here. That's turning your body. Give it a go, family. Feel that. Now, in order to feel that, it requires a relaxation, a loosening of the muscles, not a contraction. Don't contract the muscles. Loosen the muscles and feel your bony structure. Loosen your muscles and feel your bony structure. We call that the Tai Chi body, the stick man body. Feel that. Allow the movement to come from lower dantian, lower belly. This is called long and shorthand. Now, notice, although I'm still standing in a parallel stance, my weight is also shifting from right side to left side, from left side to right side. Once again, remember we talk about being full and empty? So here we are. Full on the left side, empty on this side. Everything's over here. Intention, physical body, everything is over here. Oneness. Now I'm shifting. Now as I shift and my weight transfers, it transfers through my center pole. You have to feel that transition inside of your body. And then it goes into my left side. So there's a center in between the left and right sides. Pay attention to that, family. Pay attention as you shift over, feel your body pass through the center. You feel that? Right, now you can differentiate in your left and right side. Now you can actually get into it more. Do a couple more with that same type of feeling passing through the center, family. That same feeling. And make sure that your breath is coordinated with your movement. In other words, you may be moving a little faster than I am, or a little slower, because the inhale, the breath in, and the breath out are coordinated with the movement. So we should work on that. I'll tell you when to breathe in, when to breathe out. And then you coordinate that breath with the rhythm and pace of your particular movement. Unless you need to follow me because you don't have the movement yet, which is perfectly okay. So here is an shifting, this is an exhale. Breathing out. And I'm using my imagination, pointing my fingers out to the horizon, letting that energy go way out. And then there's an inhale. Now the inhale and the exhale are still always connected to each other. There's no dead space in between the breath. No holding the breath. Exhale coming across. Here it is again. Here's the exhale. Here's the breath out. And of course, nostril breathing. And of course, nostril breathing. All the way out, fingertips. Point your fingertips right here, family. Point your fingertips. Put your intention into your fingertips and beyond your fingertips. Use your imagination. If you're at a beach, oh, you can look at the horizon of the beach. If you're indoors like I am, imagine traveling through the walls. I mean, really, play with it like that. Imagine your energy going through the wall and going into the next room. Just play. That way you don't stagnate and stop the energy. Is it really going that far? Well, probably not. But we're just playing and having fun. Let it go here, all the way out. If you're tired, family, go back to Tai Chi ready position and put your arms down and relax, because this is not any type of competitive practice here. This is your practice, fam. Inhale. This is your practice. You do what you can do, and then come right back. As soon as you feel good, come on back. Come on back. You find your pace with the long and short hand, family? Using your imagination, going all the way out? Okay, Now here's another level of difficulty that you can add if you wish. When you get over here on your left or right side, you can begin to do a little sinking action here. Sinking. You see my body going down? Yeah, but I'm going down, but my tailbone is going down, but my crown point is going up. So in other words, you must have upward and downward in your body simultaneously. If not, the top of your body will be folded over and your weight will accumulate in your midsection. Everything will accumulate in the midsection. The energy will stop there because it's blocked. When you elongate, like I just explained to you, crown point up, tailbone down, it'll go through you and into the ground, family. So you can sink here and then rise here. They call that actually fisherman cast his net. And it reminds me of that same type of energy, that same type of movement, if you ever played with the fisherman's net, which is very fun, by the way. So here we go right here, family. So here's the sinking. Knees are slightly bending, tailbone going down, crown point going up. All of these harmonies, we call them harmonies. So that means they work in unison. Right, so check your body. You don't have to sink very deep, family. And then turn from that small point. Remember? Still turning from that small point. I'm only here as a subtle reminder. Now here you go, family. Rising up. Also shifting over. Moving like the earth on its axis. Huh? The earth doesn't speed up and slow down. Slow down and speed up. No, continuously and smooth. Keep going. Do a couple more, family. Do a couple more, family. Long and shorthand. Add that to your toolbox, family. That's not a difficult movement, right? That's not a difficult movement, that one. Now, I know I gave a lot of details with that. Most of the details you're going to hear over and over again because I always come back to those details. Even some of these details that I give you now, they'll also remain consistent throughout the duration of other exercises. It's simple, family. And this is the way it works. Every time you hear something, right? You may not remember it, but sooner or later, certain things are going to start coming up to your memory. And then you're going to remember that. Add it to your toolbox. Something else might come up. Add it to your toolbox. Like today, I told you to get those eyes right. Right? I want you really, really focusing on those eyes, family. You didn't forget, did you? Take that away from this today, and I'm happy. Forget about everything else. Get your eyes right. Check this out. You're going to love this. So since we're talking about eyes, right? I'm going to throw this in there. So whenever I show you any type of movement with the arms, whenever the arms are moving forward, right? Let's say, for example, remember we did the upward and downward in the beginning? This one. We did this one. Right? We did this one. Pointing out and then coming back. Remember that? So, whenever the arms go up, right? I want you to also remember that you have a first eye. I call it the first eye right here. Right here. Some people call it the third eye, I think. They call it the third eye, right? So anyway, a way to train this third eye, first eye, whatever you call it, is whenever you go out here, your bring in your third eye. So start looking from here as well, right? Remember we talk about intuition with the eyes? Start looking from here, right? Now when you pull back this eye, I hope you're listening. I don't think I ever heard anybody else talking about this type of stuff, fam. And be honest with you. This eye, it begins to go back. Third eye goes back to the center of the back of your head. The center of the back of your head. Because now you're going to be bringing in your awareness behind yourself. How else are you going to do it without turning your head? Well, you take your third eye back there. You take your awareness back there. But you have to keep training it. If we don't train it, it's like anything else, right? If we don't train our muscles, we go through atrophy, it wears away. Well, if we don't train our intuitive abilities, they go away also. I'm not the smartest guy on the block. The eyes. So, here we go. So, when the arms are coming up, I just mentioned, right? Activate the third eye. Then when you pull back, third eye goes back. That's going to bring in your awareness behind you. That's one of the things that we're big on in Tai Chi, is being aware of your surroundings, right? Always. Not being paranoid, but being one, being connected with it. How are you going to be connected with it? Well, we're training for it now. We're training for it right now. So here we go, family. You got your 5 stars today? You got your 5 stars today. You got your 5 stars or 5 items that you can put on the floor like I have here? If you don't, family, make sure you get it, because I want you got to have these steps down. They got to be precise. Does anybody have them here? Let me know in the chat if you actually got something you can put down there, fam. Let me know. Come on, soul group, talk to me. Do you have it, fam? I say it every time. 5 coins, anything. It gotta be precise. So there's a square, and then there's 1 star in the middle. Now, one of the things that I've been actually told on numerous occasions is that I have good footwork. I'll say that I have okay footwork. And the reason being is because I invest a lot into footwork. But I know that I don't invest nearly as much as I could. So I have a long way to go. But this is the way to develop the stepping patterns that we want to develop, family. This is going to make your Tai Chi better no matter who you study Tai Chi with, whether it's me or anybody else. This is a tool that you can use with any system because it's not based on a system. It's just Tai Chi. You get what I'm saying? So here, let's do it. This one is called 5-style stepping. No matter what Tai Chi system that you study, you can benefit from 5-style stepping pattern because it's how we step inside of our long Tai Chi form anyway. But this concentrates on specifics. So here, let's go here. So now we're going to do what we call, let's do raised handstands first. No, let's do hands attaching. We'll do hands attaching. So soon you'll start remembering these names that I mentioned also, which will be very good for you if you're really serious about, training and playing and studying with me. Because you'll know what I'm talking about. We'll be speaking the same language. You get what I'm saying? Also, you'll notice when you remember the names, your body will start learning differently because one of the training techniques that we use, family, pay attention to this. Whenever we learn the different postures and we train them, we say them out loud to ourselves every time we do it. We say it at an audible tone. That way we're learning also on a subconscious level by listening. and hearing ourselves, and it activates the brain in a different way. So that'll help you learn as well, family. So here we go. Notice how my body's moving from one side to the other. I'm not shifting my hip like this. My whole body is still remaining vertical, straight up and down, like a pyramid. I mean, like a, it could be a pyramid, but it could also be like a, I was gonna say a statue. But don't be stiff, family, but remain the verticality of your body is what I mean. And feel the bottom of your feet as your weight transitions. Very important, fam. You see, as we shift on the bottom of our feet, we have different points, right? Acupressure points. You stimulate those points every time you move. And now you're doing it with a conscious effort. You're not just haphazardly moving. So in order to make this even a step better than it already is just by shifting, we add a figure 8 exercise into this. And so group, you know it already. So go ahead and train it right now, fam, as I introduce it to the new family members here. So as we're shifting, we're not just shifting left and right. It may appear that way on the outside, but this shifting has a circular pattern involved. So it's not like left and right linear shifting. No, because our femoral heads, the bones on the top of this long bone, they're shaped like circles. And they can articulate in a circular fashion. So we exercise that by shifting over here. I can feel my weight on the outside of my foot, on the outside ridge. And then it travels back to the heel and then across my body into here. And then the weight goes around here, comes out the heel, and then back across. This is that figure 8 that I was just mentioning. This is the figure 8. So it goes around, across. We're talking about the weight distribution. Now family, check this out. This one exercise that you're doing right now, I remember when Master Liao told me he introduced it to his advanced students. First of all, and he told them, he told them how important this exercise was. He also told them that most of them were going to think that it was insignificant and they weren't going to train it enough. They were going to give it back to them because they felt like they graduated already. This is the story that Master Liao was telling us as he introduced it to us. So when he said that, you know what that's meant to me? To make sure that I don't neglect this very basic exercise. Because it's huge. Family, what you're doing as you're moving in this figure 8 fashion, you're touching each and every little point on the bottom of your foot, one by one by one by one. So you're opening up meridians, the meridian system. Also, you're just opening up the neurology system as well. These neurological pathways. Because a lot of these points aren't touched very often. We don't. Number one, we're wearing shoes all day. The shoes restrict the way that the foot moves, right? So this is so huge. You're stimulating your brain. There's so many points on the bottom of the foot. The entire foot has a point that is related to some organ on the body. It's not my science. It's not my science. Some people who study traditional Chinese medicine, they can tell you about it. So now, and you can't overdo this. Also change directions, family, from time to time. Change directions. And see how that works for you. We're not going to do it now, but change directions. And pay attention to how your body is connected in the center. Focus on that point on the bottom, moving from this point on the bottom. What about the third tail? Is that too much information for today? Yeah, we'll hold off on the third tail. I mean on the tail, the tailbone. which is like we call it our third leg. We'll hold off on that for today, but so don't forget about this information. So now that you know how to train this figure eight, family, by the way, that's called 1-point training. 1 point. 1-point training. Remember that. Right. Impress me one day. I'll be surprised to hear you say that. 1-point training, fam. Don't throw it away. You can do it when you're standing at the table cutting vegetables. See, everybody wanting to be doing all this fancy stuff. This is fancy. This is where the fancy comes from. It's rooted in your feet. It is rooted in your feet. An ancient Chinese proverb. It's rooted in your feet. Well, what do you do to make sure it's rooted in your feet? I do 1-point training. Here it is. All right, fam. Now center yourself. Center your physical being now. Center your mind. Center everything right now. Check your crown point. Check your chin. Is your chest slightly tucked in? Right now, check everything. Do a full walkthrough of your body. Like, you know, when a pilot prepares to take off, they have to do a check, right? So you are the pilot. Prepare for takeoff. Checking your whole being, your whole avatar. You're checking your whole avatar. Making sure you're relaxed, tailbone down, breathing from the lower belly, crown point up, chin slightly tucked in. Now I want you to allow your weight. Notice I said allow your weight. So very softly let the weight begin to fill the left side of your body. It begins to fill the left side of your body, your weight. Now my right foot has twisted and takes a very soft, subtle, barely noticeable, the distance in the step. Not much at all. We're going right into hands attaching. Right into it. Right into it. So if you and I were playing together, coming together to do a friendly game of push hands, we would be standing in front of each other. The back of my wrists would be touching the back of your wrists. Your weight would be 70% of your weight would be in your front leg. So make sure that these things are appropriate that I'm explaining to you right now. That you're doing those things right now. That your weight is 70% here. That your wrist is out towards me here. Relax your shoulders. Still concave the chest. All of those things from before. Check your chin. Is your chin slightly in? Is your crown point up? And this hand here, it's just dangling down. Now, although it's dangling down, you still maintain space under the armpit. Don't close it off. Got me, fam? This is like 45 degrees again, the angle. You see it? I always talk about the 45. So it's going from that top corner down. That's the slant, this front arm. The 45 is a very, very strong structure. Very strong angle that you'll find in structures. I'll say that. Very strong. So now that we have this hands attaching posture put together, I want you to begin to transition your weight from the front leg into your rear leg. That is an inhale. Also, what did your eye do? What did your third eye do as you shift back? Right, it went to the rear. So your third eye went behind you. All of your weight went back there as well. So you have that spatial awareness of everything that is behind you now. And then you begin to go from being aware of the rear as much to being more aware of what's in front of you now. The third eye begins to travel to the front as you shift into the front leg. Now, I want you to do this with your breath, family. Just shift forward and backwards a few times, remembering the eyes, remembering how the third eye travels back, and how your awareness goes from the majority of it being in the front to the majority of it being in the rear, opening up all that space behind you. That's an inhale. Behind you. Listen to it, family. Listen to it with your physical ears. Pay attention to it. Exhale as you move forward. Now, you're doing this exercise at your pace. There is no stopping and going. I'm only stopping and going because I'm expressing what I want you to train as you're in movement, in motion. So don't stop. Also remember that this movement that we're making, the forward and backward, there is no dead-end street. There's a circular movement at the end of each direction. There's a circle that brings us back because we have trained one-point training, the figure 8 in the bottom of our feet is still activated. I know it's a lot of information, family. I know it's a lot of information. And as I said, you will get it one bit at a time. Don't stop. Keep moving forward and backwards. Inhaling on the way back. Allowing the universe to come in. Take down your internal force field. This is a receiving energy. Receiving, allowing it to come in. Allowing it to go through your physical being and out of the back of your body. And then and only then is there a rebounding force that brings you back forward from the rear leg to the front leg, over and over again. Exhale all the way out, following your vision out to the horizon as you exhale and release the energy. Feel the bottom of your feet. Feel between your toes, family. We don't grip the earth with our feet. We open our toes. We open the space between our toes. We let go. Nothing to hold on to. Allow the breath to travel through the body. Into the body and out of the body. Forward and backward. Take your time. Follow your breath. All the way out. Last one. Last one. One more good one, fam. How many details do you take with you throughout this last one? Go ahead and get the body. Perfect Tai Chi man, Tai Chi woman. Stick body. Figurated. Chin in, crown point up. 70% of the weight on the front leg. Space under both shoulders, under the armpits. A little space established. Feel the bottom of your feet. Move from that little tiny space, that little tiny dot below your belly button. Allow the movement to be initiated from that space as your body begins to drift backwards. Inhale. Third eye goes back behind you, engaging everything behind you. And bringing that everything from behind you into you and through you and back out of you. Exhale. Release. Turn the back foot. Shift back. Step back. Parallel stance. Very good, family. Inhale. What we do to left side, we must do to right side. We have to, family. How was it? Raise hand stance, meditative form. This is called preparation. Just use it to center ourselves before we take flight once again. Inhale. Taking flight on the left side. Let go of all thoughts, family. Enjoy these last 5 minutes. Be here with me. Be here with me. Meet me halfway. Meet me halfway, fam. Stay right here. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let go. Let go. We love our Tai Chi. We love our Tai Chi. Yes, we do. Let go. Ready position. One more time. Raise hands. Exhale. Crown point up, tailbone down. Drifting. Body begins to drift. Filling in on the right side. Becoming full and empty. Tai Chi, yin yang. Taking a step, not even a step. Exhale, sink down, tailbone down. Picking up earth energy, scooping up. Ooh, that's heavy. It's heavy. Pick it up, crown point up. Step forward, hands attaching. Your wrist and my wrist, the back of the wrist. Touching. 70% of the weight in the front leg. We touch softly, lightly, just feeling. No resistance. Just touching. Ever so softly, lightly. Let go. Nothing to hold on to. Feel your toes. Feel your toes. Fix your eyes. Fix your eyes. You know this already. You got this. Inhale, let go. Inhale. Allow what's ever in front to come in. Everything. This is welcoming, allowing. Inhale. Let it in. Let everything come in. No internal force fields. Allow it to come in and go out of the back of your body. All the way through. And then there's a rebound there waiting. Pick it up and come back in, family. Coming back in. From the rear, your awareness comes slowly but surely back to the front. Your awareness, your third eye is traveling. It travels forward, it travels backwards. Your third eye does. In conjunction with the breath and the movement. Vision is there. Peripheral vision is there. Training intuition. Got your eyes right? Inhale. Allowing, inviting. Come on in. Receiving. Letting go. Nothing to hold on to. No internal force field. Inside and outside. Unity. One. No you, no me, no him, no her. It's just one. 70% of the weight on the front leg. Barely any on the rear. Inhale, allowing the energy to come in. Relax your shoulders. Spaced under both armpits. Relax your hips and thighs. Release anything. Allow it to come in. And go through and pass out through the rear again. Let it go as far as you like. Just let it go. And there's always a rebound force. Follow it back in through. From the rear, the vision begins to change. From front to back, from back to front. Peripheral vision is there. Exhale to release all the way out. all the way out there, somewhere, wherever. Let it go, but it's almost gone, but not completely. Allow it to come back. No resistance, no force. Allowance, oneness, unity. Beginning and end are one. All the way in. Have fun. It's your Tai Chi, family. Inward and outward, forward and backwards, upward and downwards. Tai Chi. We love our Tai Chi. All the way out. Turn the back foot. Step back. Inhale deeply from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the crown point. Exhale down. Let's do that 3 times. All the way down. Inhale up from the bottom of your feet. All the way up. Traveling. All the way up through each and every joint. Open up. Extend. Exhale. Do it again. All the way out. Follow your breath and not mine. Remember the details. Unwind. Let go. Go slow. Feel the joints open, family. Open, open, open. Get big. Get real big. Get real big. Yeah. Inhale. Open. That's it. That's what we want right there. Exhale, fam. Oh, yeah. That's it. Inhale. All the way. Exhale down. Knees are pumping, family. Pump the quads. Exhale out here. Bend the knees, fam. Open the ankles. Let it travel into the ground. Dig in there. Get it. Go deep. Pull it up. Inhale. Get all of it. All that earth energy, family, is there. It's there. Exhale down. Last one. Push this down. And then go behind yourself. Inhale up. Let's bow out. Let's salute. Let's give thanks to the universe. Thank you, fam. Thank you, Sifu. Thank you to all those teachers who passed through, those who have come behind, students, teachers and friends and family of the arts. We love all of you guys. Thank you for stopping in. Another Tai Chi 360. We're back. Thank you, baby. Ooh, heart to heart. Can we get a heart to heart for that, family? Can we get a heart to heart? Can a brother get a hug? Thank you very much. Now breathe into it, family. Let's be real here. Connect with me. Connect with me here. Let's travel. With the mind. Meet me halfway. Anywhere. I'll meet you there. Okay, I felt you. Thank you, Soul Group. That was right on time. Soul Group is always here. I can count on that. I can count on that. And that's the only reason I do it, family. Because of y'all. That's the only reason I do it. Because I know y'all appreciate it. I know y'all actually have personal training. Y'all do. Everybody's doing a little bit of something every day. What else can I ask for? That's what makes me happy. Everybody is doing a little something every day. I love when I do small business with people online and they come through. I love it. I think this connection came through Soul Group. Boom. Yeah, I ordered some elderberry tincture. I walked outside, boom, got it. So that's what I'm talking about. Those are the kind of connections that I love, man. This lady, I can't remember her name. I want to give her a big shout out. But she came through, the best customer service I ever got in my life. She was giving me a play-by-play. let me know where my stuff was to make sure that I wasn't getting any type of anxiety. People take that for granted. Have you waiting for stuff. I mean, when you're trying to establish something, you don't do that. You do just what she did. And she came through with I know the product's going to be wonderful. Just because of her ethics, her work ethics. Came through Soul Group. I can't remember who it was. I want to say through Belinda. Thank you, Soul Group. Elderberry. Anybody in here do any elderberry tinctures? You do elderberry tincture? Anybody? Hey, Sister Pam, I enjoyed that session today. That was good. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for meeting me halfway. Thank you too, Brother Dan. Thank you for meeting me halfway, my brother. Much love, Santi. Saint Laurent Don. Saint Laurent. I got it, my brother. Thank you. Sister Melissa, you always on time. I dropped some jewels on y'all today, family. Hey, Dan, I dropped some jewels on y'all today. Brother Sparky, I dropped some jewels on you today. Glad you was here, my brother. You got them eyes right. Sister Audrey, you always on time. That's for sure. Boy, I love Soul Group. Melissa, thank you, my sweet sister. Master Joshua, I don't know if you're still in the house, but thank you for dropping in. And there's my sister Kelly. Kelly Jean. Carrie Jean Kelly in the house, thank you. Sister Kim. Brother Chris, way back high school days. My brother, I hope you chipped in on some of this Tai Chi, family. We getting healthy over here, brother. Get in. This is for everybody. These exercises is for everybody. Get your parents in. Get your grandparents in. Get them in. It's good exercise. You see that. We got some phenomenal stories in the group testimonies, family. People who they've been doing this stuff a lot longer than I have, fam. Brother Eric, thank you for stopping in. Daddy was here as well, and King Washington. We had a full house today. Brother Mark. Brother Mark, thanks for those kind words, brother. Thanks for those kind words, my brother. I've been called much worse. I've been called much worse just today, actually. Someone called me a charlatan today. I couldn't help but to laugh. Called me a charlatan, but the brother's in pain. When people are in pain, I can see that, family. So I laugh out of love, to be honest with you. And I don't know really how to offer him any help, because you can't help everybody. We can't help everybody, family. But the brother's in pain. I can see pain from far away. Brother Sheldon was here as well. Shylin. My Shylin brother from Cali. You always on time, brother. You're always on time. Yuri, Debbie stepped in. Everybody was here. Brother Todd was here. I know Abby was here. Soul Group gonna be here. Julie. We had a full house. I hope everybody picked up a gem. Stick around long enough to pick up at least a gem. That was good, fam. I'll check in later. Hey, y'all have a great year. Have a good holiday if you celebrate. If you celebrate the holidays, have a wonderful holiday. Whatever you do, whatever type festivities. If you celebrate, enjoy. Have a hell of a good time. Same time, be safe. Whatever that means, I don't know what kind of precautions you're taking or whatever. Number one is always be healthy. Keep your immune system on smash. Do that. I see so many people that's unhealthy, taking all kind of, over-the-counter medicines and all that stuff. You got to get your health up, family. And what's sad is people who need to get their health up, they don't want to hear the conversation that we're having right now. But the reality of it is, we have to get our health up. We're not here to tell people what they want to hear. We're here to tell them what they need to hear. And there's certain things that you have to do to get your health up. First of all, we have to be mindful of everything that goes in our body. Everything is food. Everything is information, no matter if it's coming through our ears or through our mouth. If it's contaminated, it's contaminated. If it doesn't have any nutrients in it, it doesn't have any nutrients in it. That could be food, that could be something we're listening to, that could be something we're looking at. Is it nutritious to us or not? Eating the majority of your food coming out of a box. Those things we got to stop those things, family. We got to find more whole foods. I'm talking health here. If you're not interested in being healthy, you're just in the wrong place. That's it. Because I see too many sick people, man. I see way too many. I mean, we all love Big Mama, but is Big Mama happy on the inside? I don't want to see Big Mama end up like my mama. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anybody mama end up like that when you do it to yourself out of ignorance. I don't know what it was out of. I don't know. I can't say because I was a kid. It looked like ignorance, but I don't know what it was for. Everybody has their reason. But I don't want to see anybody end up doing that to themselves. Call any type of pain to yourself that you can not do. If I know a way for you to do better, I'm gonna offer it to you. You don't have to listen. You don't have to take it. I ain't gonna keep ramming it down your throat. But that's what I am. I'm an advocate of health and wealth. What else do you want to hear from me? That's what I am. How do we get on that? Oh, yeah, enjoy your holidays, family, with your family, if that's what you do. Enjoy it. Always enjoy your family. The thing that I hate about that kind of stuff, right? I hate that we just can't. We should always be. We should always be. We should always be engaged with our families. All the time. It shouldn't take a special event for us to engage with our families. And there's different reasons for that. But for me, I ain't with that program. We all have our own programs. There's a lot of programs being played. I'm not with that one. So I don't do the holidays, period. And if I did, before I stopped doing them, I was very strategic about how I played them. So if I was spending my money, I made sure I was giving back as close as I could to people who I have a relationship with. I spent with them. I didn't go out here going to Walmart and Target and all these places filling up their pockets when I got so many small business owners that I could be supporting. So at least do that. At least do that. Why put all the money in Walmart pockets? They got plenty of money. You get what I'm saying, fam? So that's how you be. There's a program being played. We know that. That's the operating system. But you can put in your own program inside of their operating system. That's what it's all about. That's what the successful people do. You don't play by their program. You just don't disrupt their program. You let their program keep playing. That's Tai Chi. That's Tai Chi. You become one with it. You be in it, but not of it. That's all Tai Chi, man. At least the way I see it. Hell, everything's Tai Chi, eh? Everything is yin yang. It's out there. Even the people that's in power, family, the people that's in higher positions than you and I, they know about Tai Chi. They hire the best people to put their programs together. They employ people to put their programs together. So they know about Tai Chi. Tai Chi is everywhere. Anyway, that brings that back. That brings it just back to this, family. So this is something that I've been concentrating on a lot more lately. Just seeing how it's raining outside now. I don't know how much of that rain y'all hearing, but I've been focusing on being more connected with nature. Being more connected with nature. Yeah, I love the sound of the rain. I started getting wet, bouncing up on me. But how that's a way right there to become one with nature. How to become more one with nature. Any of you all have any suggestions on that, family? Anything that you would recommend in regards to how does soul group become one with nature? Anything you would recommend? Anything that you implement personally that you would mind sharing? You don't have to. I'm just asking. I'll share some things. Thank you, Sifu. I'll share some things. How? And basically all I'm going to share with you is things that I do with my life. That's it. So it's easy to share what I have. And these are some things that I do. Yeah, that rain sounds beautiful. So there we are right there. That's a way to become one with nature. Just listening to the rain. Listening to the rain. Think about it. That sounds very good to most people. Notice I said most. Unless you had some type of traumatic event that happened, it may not sound so wonderful. I had a traumatic event that took place, but it was actually, the event was traumatic, but also at the same time it was very wonderful with water. When I was a kid, I actually slipped out of one of those inner tubes, and I was drowning. But I wasn't panicking at all. I wasn't trying to swim or nothing. I was just like chilling, just sitting there. And I could see my dad. I'm at the bottom of the pool. I wasn't trying to struggle or nothing. And I could see my dad. My dad was reading the newspaper. He had got caught into his newspaper, so he didn't see me fall out of that tube. But then it's pretty crazy what happened. My thought or my intention was like, Dad, don't you see me? And when I did that, he dove in the pool and got me out. So that's that intuition. So me and him was connected intuitively. My father and I, when I was a kid. I mean, now we are as well. But that's showing that we're connected in multiple ways with people in nature also, family. So we're all nature. We don't so that's a way right there. Stop separating ourselves from other things. If you think about it, everything is nature, right? If you really think about it. Is there anything that's not nature? Even man-made things are made from things that were made natural. They're all consisting of something that was made from something else, right? Can you think of anything that's not made of something natural? It doesn't have, components that were put together to make it from synthetic or, you know what I mean? I can't think of anything. So check this out. We're going to get out of here. If you do your research, family, you should start researching stuff. I don't know if you do or not, but the stuff that I say, you should look it up for verification. Don't just take my word for stuff. You know what I mean? And also by doing that, that's going to bring, that's why they say a question will lead to a question. That's what they mean by that. Not necessarily to an answer. So that question that you have, when you research it, You may not find the direct answer at that moment, but at that time, you may find another question. So really that question became your answer at that moment. I hope that makes sense to you. All right. So check this out. This is something I want you to look up so you can see how we're actually connected to everything. And I actually posted a video, a scientific explanation on my page of what I'm talking about, where the gentleman talks about we're all stardust. And I've been saying it for ages, for neons, because that's what my Sifu taught me, right? And when you look at the science, which is what I did, I began my own investigation, even before this video that I posted. But I began my own investigation, and when I investigated, I found out that there's some common elements that's found all throughout the galaxy, right? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, right? CHON, that's how I remember it. Chan. This will help you remember it also. Y'all still there? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So those 4 elements are found everywhere, even inside of ourselves. So basically, we think that we're part of the universe, but parts of the universe is actually us as well. You get what I'm saying? All those bits and pieces of the universe are actually us. That's inside of us. That carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, that's all throughout the galaxy. That's everywhere. And it's also inside of us. So we are that as well. That is our connection. And when we realize that, right? When we realize that, just the realization of that like opens the gate to different things that we exclude ourselves now because it's mental. Even like levels of our intuition and stuff like that. Because remember, we can only visually see a very small portion of the visible light spectrum. Actually, it's less than 1%. Less than 1%, like 0.33333% of the visual light are we able to actually perceive. So in other words, what am I talking about? So depending on our level of consciousness, right? Depending on our level of consciousness, we're able to tune in to various parts of that consciousness that we can't see right now. We only can see a very small percent, but there's a large percent that we can't see. But when we raise our level of consciousness, we're able to tune into that some degree somehow, which gives us a different perspective. Not meaning that we'll see things. It could be just intuition. It could be feeling. It could be seeing things. I don't know. Because we don't know what everybody varies. You can say you get that gut feeling more. You know how people say they get a gut feeling? Right, so you start getting more gut feelings. It intensifies. Or whatever. Whatever your abilities are. And that's what it's about. It's about waking up those original abilities that we have inside of ourselves. Just like we have the original abilities to, they say, defend ourselves, right? Because the body has we have 2 innate things we want to do in order to maintain our existence. One is we must procreate, right? And we must preserve our life. And this being is automatically set to do what it needs to do those things. Right? So that's a certain part of our brain. That's associated with the fight or flight mechanism. So we train that mechanism. We train that with our training. But how do we train that? Well, you have to enter that level of consciousness. You get what I'm saying? There's certain levels of consciousness that you have to enter into in order to get certain experiences. Or you don't, it's just not the same experience. I hope that makes sense to you. And now, so we can look at it like this. I'll say this and I'll get off of here. So, levels of consciousness. Let's look at that. So, we'll say that consciousness in general. Let's look at consciousness. We'll look at consciousness as being, let's say, a house, right? That house has various rooms inside. So the house itself, in our conversation here, represents consciousness, the house itself. Now, inside of that house, there's various rooms. In order to enter those rooms requires us to have certain consciousness or certain abilities or whatever to enter into that room. It's just different spaces, different levels of awareness. If you don't have the right tools, you can't enter that room. You're in a different level, a different space of consciousness. Doesn't mean you're any good or better than anyone else, better or worse. It just means that you have access to a different space, a different time and space. Even inside of that time and space, time doesn't even seem to be there. There is no time. There is no space. People have witnessed that on various levels. You get like Michael Jordan when he played those like unbelievable games. He was always unbelievable, but he had a few games where he was like, whoa, he blew his own mind. That's when he was in that space. What do they call that space, family? There's a name for it. Being like in the zone. So we can train to be in the zone all the time. We can train to be on that level of greatness all the time, no matter what we're doing. So that's what we're training for. That's the gut of the practice right there. To be who we truly are, which is super powerful. We're all super powerful. And we apply our super powerfulness, our true self, to any and everything that we do in life. It doesn't matter if you're doing martial arts. It makes you a better martial artist. It doesn't matter if you're a beautician. It makes you a better beautician. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom. It makes you a better stay-at-home mom. It makes you a better teacher. Because you begin to slowly but surely get to know yourself more, your true self. That's what we're training for, family. Getting back in tune with our true self. The true self is open to learn, just like you all are. You know what I'm saying? We want to learn. We got that open mind. Although we're teachers. I know some of you are teachers also. But we always keep that, what we call it? We call it the beginner's mind, right? We know that's an attribute that we must maintain. Or we might as well just say we don't exist, because you already closed your door on being open to even listen to anything. You're not even open to listen. Right. Can you listen first? You get what I'm saying, family? But that's all I wanted to talk about, fam. How to connect with nature. How to be ourselves. Listen to the rain. Take a walk. And don't, I should put this phone down. I got this phone in my hand. I told y'all these phones have a lot of electricity inside. A lot of energy, family, and that energy is not good for our cellular system. I'm holding it in my hand. I'm making it a habit of not having it on my person. We want to be grounded. We don't want to have this energy trapped inside of our cellular system, and it messes with our cells, family. They're not going to tell us that right now, but how many years later we'll come up with some type of illness and they'll say, yeah, that was those old cell phones. They'll be old at that time. These phones right now, we think is hot technology. They'll say that's those old cell phones. We've upgraded now. That was old technology. Y'all know I'm right. Hey Kim, thank you for being here. That rain sounds good, huh? Yeah, we would do for some rain. We would do for some rain. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, fam. We got a rain. Actually, it's beautiful. It's rain and it's a full sunshine at the same time. And also starting to thunder. Do y'all ever play in the rain? I remember we played in the rain as kids. I think the rain, they say it's like acid rain now, right? Is it? Do you play in the rain? Is it safe to play in the rain? I gotta find out about that, playing in the rain. I don't know if you want that rain getting into your pores. Hey, I don't know. Should be one with the universe. What am I talking about? That rain is good for us. Hey family, I'm gonna talk to y'all later on. This was great. I enjoyed the little chit chat. Oh, another thing you can do too, family. Another thing, I keep thinking of things. Find natural soaps, body soaps. People take it for granted, but that stuff got a lot of chemicals in it, family. And the natural body soaps, they don't cost that much. They don't cost that much. That other stuff people using has got the same chemicals in there that you use to clean your house with. And the shampoo is terrible. Don't use that stuff, man. It got chemicals in it that's not good for you. It strips the color off your hair. Wow, we're getting a snowstorm tonight, Kim said. Wow. Enjoy that snow. I hope it's not dangerously provided to you all. Because sometimes just to see the snow or like for a day or two is cool. I like that, but I love living in a warm climate. That's my preference. I like living in a hot climate. My body just does better, to be honest with you. My body responds a lot better in this heat. That's why I got these big nostrils. And get more oxygen in my nose. Being in a tropical area, it's more vibrant for me. I love breathing that. That cold air is just, for me, I don't breathe it as deeply like I do with the warm air, you know? You in Alaska, huh, Shelly? Oh, wow, I know it's cold over there. But it didn't warm up and rain all day. I know it's cold over there in Alaska. I can only imagine. I was just having a conversation with my son about Alaska, telling him that they had they got some military bases over there. And believe it or not, most of the guys that I know, they actually like it over there. I mean, they make decent money, and they deal with the weather, you know. And they're there for, some of them stay there for quite a while. Quite a few years. I've never been. But they seem to like it. How long you been living there in Alaska? Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. The rain's starting to slow down a little bit. Thank you all for coming in. 21 years, huh? Wow, that's home for you now. That's for sure. Hey, thank you for stopping in. If y'all missed a live stream today, we'll do Tai Chi tomorrow as well. Every day, we're doing a live stream now. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'd be nice to have you come and do some Tai Chi with us. Bring a friend. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. Bring a friend. Go ahead and add a new practice to your lifestyle. I'm sure you'll like the class. It's basically for everybody, this class. All the exercises can be modified. It doesn't matter if you're standing or sitting. And if you stick with it, you'll get some phenomenal results in regards to everything that Tai Chi has to offer you. You can do your research on Tai Chi before coming to check us out if you like. You can look it up online. And just look up Tai Chi for Health. And I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for stopping in. Peace. Take care, family.